DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation! What's going on? It's another Friday, another FA Friday. With all your favorite people here, of course.
Yo.
Got Nemesis, Doge Lord, Gundy, and the absentee Mikkel right now with his video off. Must be dealing with the chitlins or something.
Grumpies.
Grumpy Scrawl. And what's going on, all you happy people?
I guess it doesn't help that I was muted too for whatever reason.
Yeah. No,
Well,
it doesn't help.
nobody
That's
wants to
fine.
hear you
That's-
grumpy,
that's
okay?
fine.
Nobody wants to hear you grumpy.
I was just cleaning off my camera. Like, I don't know why I was muted.
Sure.
So
They all
what's
say.
going on, Pez?
This is not that kind of ASMR channel.
Right. What's going on, Pez? We got our
Maybe it should
newest Patreon member. Yo. We got
who? Who is that?
Pez.
Yes.
Yo. And we got
To the fold.
Jason the Tiger Osborne. Yo. What's going on,
Tiger.
Shink? What's going on?
Cool, like, Andy.
He's Shink with the be careful, the
Oh,
debate
yeah.
is coming. Oh yeah. There's always a debate coming. There's always somebody on each side of the aisle.
You
Every
know what
time.
else he said? He said, hey, lube life matters. How dare you?
It does, though. It really
Yep.
does.
Blue life always matters.
Hells yeah.
What's up, Shink? It's good to see you.
What's going on?
Yeah.
We got Crypto Bedell. We got Fox Protocol Mining. What's going on?
Protocol.
And we got Responsive Resolve. What's up? That's a new name there.
That's a new name right there.
And we got some Goblin. What's going on? Dropping the FAs
Some
in the
goblin
chat.
loser that I just don't know.
Right. Some stranger danger to say we need an adult. I need an adult.
Cryptid Youth showed up.
So-
He's like, did somebody say lube life?
right.
Since I'm over 30, do I classify as the adult? Can you
No.
classify me as
No.
the adult?
No.
And
Because
Still the baby.
mentally you're still like 15. I mean at my age I'm still mentally like 18. So
Dude, at
I mean
30,
The
18
beard
didn't
adds
feel
years,
that long
man.
ago.
the beard adds years.
no, not at all.
Just because you know what I look like with the baby face, doesn't mean like I have a baby face.
Right,
You know,
right. And
For all we know,
these gray
like,
hairs
I
don't
haven't
mean that
shaved
I'm
this off
old.
in,
It means that I'm
like,
still
years,
18.
Right? I haven't shaved it in like years. For all we know, when I shave it off, there could be like wrinkles in it.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who knows?
And these
Lethargy's
Who
in the
knows?
house.
these gray hairs
Mystery.
don't mean that I'm old and I have wisdom. I'm just saying.
The grays are coming in streaks now.
yeah.
I got a nice little set of grays that are like right here. That like go back. When I tuck my hair back, you see like there's like a streak of them. It looks kind of cool, and I'm like, oh, look at my cool like gray streak. But then I look at it, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of gray hair. if I can definitely see the streak, it's definitely collective of hair.
You see, I'm like 18 with like 22 plus years experience.
That's funny.
I remember the dinosaurs.
No, that's
Remember
Peter's
putting it on
Schiff.
the ark.
That's Peter's Schiff. I'm sorry, you're not that old.
Oh man, that guy's old.
right.
He isn't elderly.
Oh, I love the idea that his kid Spencer is fucking taking digs at him, going, "Your gold went down. You must be proud." I was like, "Yes, I love it."
But his gray hair is cool nowadays. I see 18-year-old girls that dye their hair like grandma gray. I'm like, what the hell?
And then the grandmas fucking dye their hair blue. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
I don't know, man.
Teenagers
Or they
getting
just
gray.
they never let
That's
it
what
go
they
gray.
were
They
saying.
just constantly like dye it, whatever color that they want to.
I don't even know what color it is anymore.
Right. Somebody accidentally
I don't even remember.
somebody accidentally bought blue, and they were like, "We're just gonna roll with it, guys." And then everybody else followed suit, so they didn't feel alienated with their accidental purchase.
ZZ Top Miner.
That manic panic, though, you know.
I like it.
Oh god.
ZZ Top Miner.
Yeah, I remember those
if
days.
I ever code a miner, I'm gonna name it ZZ Top Miner.
Yeah.
Trademarked.
ZZ Top Mining, that's a pretty good one.
Right,
Name it
right.
ZZ Top Miner. ZZ Top underscore
You're wearing the
miner.
wrong hat.
Yeah, but he's got the long beard, and then we can't hear him, and he's talking.
Yo,
Like-
where's your
Easy there.
where's your guitar at?
I don't got a guitar. I suck at playing guitar.
Get a hobby, jeez. Oh, jeez, what's he doing?
You know what? ZZ
Proof
Top
of
Miner
guitar.
Actually, that's a ZZ
There you
Top freaking guitar right there. Not quite, but if they went,
It's a little harder to prove the drum set that's
That's
in the
right.
other room.
I have a cowboy hat. I just don't know where it is. It could be here.
Ooh.
It might not be here.
Hey, I still got the one from when we went to fucking Texas.
That's the one. That's the only one that I have. Is the one that we got. Like the.
At Bitcoin Benz. Yeah.
hey, Pez,
Yeah.
never fear the beard.
Bear?
Beard, the beard.
Beard with
Beard.
hold on.
Beard.
Hold on here.
Hold on,
Hold on here. Hold on.
There's
on.
a quote
With
inside of
with great
Unbreakable by Tony Robbins, and it's never fear the bear. And I saw that fear the beard, and I'm like, no, it's too perfect. No,
No.
I can't pass it up.
With great beard comes great power. Family Guy.
Comes great hash rate.
No, this might get stuck in the hashes. You know, those Delta fans are not nice. I've actually gotten a little haircut every once in a while from the S9. I was in front of it, and I was like, "Oh God, what the hell was that?" And I'm like, "It pulled like 8 hairs out. Oh, that hurt."
Terrible.
Start hearing that hair cutting sound. You're like, what?
Oh no! You just feel pink, and you're like, oh, that's hair. Is it getting pulled out of your head?
Pez, you
It's a
spelled
very
beard
distinct
correctly.
Noise.
I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to mispronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Very
they don't.
distinct
You're good.
noise when hair touches a fan. You're like, you lean forward real fast or lean back first, depending on whichever, like, you know, you're aware of which way the fan is, you know. Like, you feel like, oh, pull forward real quick because you feel like the back of your hair is getting. You can
Pull,
feel
you're being
touching the fan,
scalped.
Touching. You just feel them touching the fan.
You're being scalped.
You're like,
You're being scalped. That's what it is.
That just reminds me of, you know, burning my arm, you know, skin off on a car. You know, you smell it before you feel it.
Yo,
God, ah.
Java Hava. Good to see you. my
what up,
man.
Java?
Good to see you.
Bedell's like,
Yeah.
Golden Wolf. I guess you've never been near Chicago. Yeah. Chicago weather with the construction, it's a whole new experience. We get lake effect rain that blows sideways, and then you have to play. Where's the pylon? In the rain. You know, you got these cement barriers. You're like, where the fuck is that thing? Oh, there it is.
Speaking of new experience, did we not hit a new all-time high? 63?
No, that is not an all-time high. We were over 64.
Not quite. Not quite.
I'm about to
yet.
say.
Yeah.
Soon.
About to say.
Almost.
All-time
We're
high.
getting
For
there.
those of you that are brand new, this is a new experience.
Whoa, keep
Oh,
your
yeah.
pants
All-time
on.
high was $64,804 according to CoinGecko, which was 6 months ago.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yummy.
In the last 24 hours, we saw a high of 62,589, give or take.
Some
I
of
saw
those.
62.99.
And 13 cents. Don't forget the 13 cents.
There you go.
Here it's just like 74 cents.
You see, the way I look at it is
Who's counting
one
sats?
one Bitcoin is still worth one
Just kidding, we're all
Bitcoin.
counting
I'm
sats.
just
That's a
saying.
joke.
You know,
And-
you could
and
also
gold
say
is losing value.
One Dogecoin is worth one Dogecoin, and $1 is worth $1.
Right,
I
right.
honestly still don't get the whole one Bitcoin's worth one Bitcoin. I understand.
Well, I mean, one
there's
Bitcoin
21 million
is
of them, and there will
worth
never be more.
one Bitcoin.
Which is
I mean,
awesome.
one Bitcoin's always worth one Bitcoin. Like you have one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It's
who's
not
to
like
say
Who
it's not like
knows?
fiat where they can sit there and be like, here's your $20 bill, and then we printed up 20 more of your friends, so your $20 bill is not worth $20. It's actually worth $1 now.
But think
Yeah.
about the whole one Bitcoin's worth one Bitcoin. Currently, it's worth over 60.
One
But you
Dogecoin's
guys
worth
remember
one
the
Dogecoin.
10,000 Bitcoin paid for pizza, right? Bitcoin was still worth a Bitcoin back then.
Right.
The joke is.
And
who's
look what
counting
happened
Gwei?
to fiat.
That's right. Who's counting Gwei?
Just look at it this way, like Bitcoin's price is going up because our fiat purchasing power is going down.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
People
is
are
the price
leaving.
of Bitcoin really going up, or is it actually remaining the same?
There you go. That's the conundrum.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, it's like what
Dun,
came first,
dun,
the chicken
dun.
or the egg?
Mhm.
Cue the X Files music. You know, that's food for your thought right there.
I can't think of X Files for some reason.
I've got it
only
planned.
thing I
Don't
can
worry, we
think
got
of
it.
is-
I got it covered.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized for this one.
I know he has that one on his stream deck. Like I know like a certain few that he has.
We have to get monetized
Well.
before we get unmonetized, you know.
Because like I have Chris's like voice like on cue.
Have we tried to monetize again lately?
Yeah.
No. We gave up on that one. We'd have to like basically cancel it and try to start over and see if we can get back in that way. I think that's where we're at with that.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we would
Instead of
actually
just
have to,
retrying,
we would actually have to
like,
start the
reapply.
channel over on a new channel.
No.
sorry,
I think we need to
It's like a
cancel the
process that you have to
monetization.
apply for.
Yeah, you cancel the monetization that we applied for right now, and then start the process over, and we'll probably get it this time.
I
Maybe.
would imagine.
I doubt
You
it.
know, nice
Hey,
time
if
to try.
my if my channel is it can get it, I'm sure DCA can get it easier. It is a fluke that this channel can't get it.
I think it's actually a
Yes,
blessing in
but-
disguise because we haven't been censored.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit
That's
more
just
risky on
from
what I
having
talk on even my channel. I'm like, good God, how did I get it over DCA?
Yeah, and I'm like sitting there. I'm at like
No,
36.
I've seen the
72
X-Files
watch
Crypto Bedell.
hours,
I
like,
just
right
can't
under
remember the
4,000.
theme
did
song.
I.
Uh-oh.
I'm like stuck right underneath it.
All right, everyone go.
Right above
It took me forever, like the last 100
Dude, as
hours.
soon as I got to like,
Oh my God, it
right
was like,
over,
2
3/4
months
of the
to.
way. It was like, here, we'll take forever.
Yeah. The
I mean, it doesn't help.
the last 100 were like the grueling.
Yeah, so before I started moving, so like I stopped producing a ton of content, so it kind of doesn't help the
Mhm.
fact, you know. So it's on me, really, but
I don't know. Maybe we should reach out to everyone and just have them create a playlist of nothing but Miguel videos and like just put it on repeat and like leave it on your computer all day.
Right. Go to your local Best Buy
According
or
to
Micro
their-
Center and just put it on the displays.
their
Any
eligibility.
open laptop at Walmart, just start playing that shit.
Right. Be like, hey, I'm checking it out.
page now.
So Crypto Bedell has a great question. He says, DCA Adventure, how does DCA have such few subs? I'll tell you one of the reasons. It's because we're mostly a word of mouth YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
you gotta know you gotta
And
know
we're
the
fucking
numbers.
awesome.
Yeah, we don't
We're
fit
too
in the
fucking awesome.
we don't fit into the algorithm properly, and
We
I
don't
would
show projects like that kind of like that really.
no,
falls into
it's
the
actually
biggest-
it's actually more along of playing with the
Hard show.
titling, your thumbnail, the
Titling,
the
thumbnail.
keywords that you're using, your hashtags,
Description.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's part of the titling.
No, title's title.
The descriptions
I mean, we
don't
score
bring
pretty
anything
good
in.
now.
It's the hashtags, the title, you know, a good title, your thumbnails, being at that
Thumbnails,
10-minute
like,
10-minute
rotating and changing.
yeah,
would be,
your
like,
10-minute
the
intervals
best.
on your on the videos, because if you watch how much
And all we do is
viewers
live
you get,
streams.
like if you see it, if you look at the algorithms, most people are like between 5 minutes and 20 minutes. So if your video goes an hour and you've only
2
got a
hours,
retention
2 hours.
or 2 hours and you've only got a retention of 20 minutes,
That's right, Ralph
YouTube is
Cooper.
never going to recommend your video to the broad. But if you can sit there and go 10 minutes, here's 10 minutes, and you've got an 8 to 9 minute people on there, now you're going to get pushed out. It's just playing with the algorithm more to get the subscribers up.
If we did
Golden Wolf.
basically the DCTV strategy of
What
just,
a-
you know,
yeah, Snake.
read an article and that's the video. Read an article and that's
Yeah.
the video. We could
Yeah,
probably get better rankings.
Yep.
for sure.
You got to get it close. You have to get your viewership and the amount of time your videos are to kind of line up, and then they're like, "Oh, look, they watched the whole thing. This must be a good channel."
Or
Read an
like maybe
article
they
in
just
10
forgot about
minutes
it.
and be
And,
good to
you
go.
know, it was a 10-minute video.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you, Pez. This is the new logo for Doge Lord Coffee.
Woo!
Since the
Don't
community
delay
asked-
brew today.
Since the community asked DogeLord.com to start carrying coffee, that's a whole new industry, so it's a separate business
Well, babe.
entity altogether.
Finally selling the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. He is selling coffee on DogeLord.com.
What up? Yeah.
Yep,
Ralph
those are
Cooper says
the 3
DCA
early
crews
releases.
go way back like car seats. Yeah, that's right, Ralph Cooper.
Dude, the coffee is amazing. My Instagram manager that I hired grew from our small little community. I had like 55
Fired him. I'm just kidding.
followers, and he grew it
Just kidding.
to 596 the last time I looked today.
Nice.
It's just a little over a month. Nice, steady growth.
So Golden Wolf says Tim Blanco made an announcement on ETH merge. Code complementation estimate February. Merged to mainnet approximately 4 months after, which would be about June 2022. Happy mining, Ethereum miners.
Oh, thank you, Serpent X. Thank
Peace,
you.
love, and hash rates.
I don't know, with all these like solar flares, are we gonna make it that long, guys?
Maybe not, but who
We're
knows?
just the sun's gonna nuke us one day, I swear.
We're gonna keep mining until we can.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I heard like you gotta get in a cave, otherwise it's like it's Nuketown Central, you know.
Newtown Central.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if
much
if we're gonna get nuked, I'm just gonna go stand outside with a spliff and just like
Yeah, it'll light.
just light it off the
dust.
flare.
They bring it on.
Right.
Pez says the sun can melt the snow here.
Alright. Dude, it was like 85 today. I went and played golf this morning.
Man, it was kind of
I seen
chilly
you
over
post a
here.
picture of the golf ball on the green, and I was like, that bastard.
Yeah.
It was like really fucking windy, kind of chilly at the same time, but like still kind of warm at the same time. You're like, this is not okay weather right now.
Yeah. It was chilly
It's like
today.
my
Over,
sinuses get
it's like
fucked with it.
partial overcast, a little bit here and there, a little bit of sun, but overall chilly.
That nor'easter, is coming down the coast, huh?
Hey, I'll be happy if we get a shit ton of snow right now, and I can go rip on my snowmobiles. We're good to go.
Dude, I'm looking forward to hoodie weather. I love wearing hoodies.
Yeah.
I broke out the
Like a
OAN
Bitcoin
hoodie
hoodie?
the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I broke
I got
out
that
mine
one
the
too.
other day when it was extra cold. Normally take girls to school. I was like, all right, let's go to school, girls. You know,
I like 12
I had like
inches of
basketball
snow.
shorts on. Walked outside and I said, oh, and let's go get a jacket. I was like, I'm not
Menards.
putting anything longer than the basketball shorts on though. But my upper will be.
You're like, Menards.
Yeah, and
The best
then
thing
I've got
about
a
the Forerunner You know, I don't know if you've noticed this, Gundy, but there is like a vent that is like right underneath the
Oh
steering
yeah,
wheel.
baby.
Dude, that vent is.
You can point that thing at your shorts all day.
That vent is. I found that thing.
They don't do old cars like
there
that.
was one day I was like when I first got the car, I was like, what am I feeling? And it was kind of warm, and I was like, well, I'm feeling warm air, and I was like, there's a vent down here. I was like,
Yeah,
they knew this car was for men.
blows your mind. Yeah.
I was like, it's a nutsack warmer.
You know,
Cooler,
the one odd one that I've always like kind of scratched my head and gone, that's kind of cool, but why doesn't anybody else in a sports car does this? BMW M3 has airbags for your knees built into the dash.
Yeah, knee bolsters. That's pretty common these days.
No, it ain't.
I mean,
That's a BMW thing, dude.
It's not only for men. Think about it. Think about it. The girl gets real hot. And then, I get it.
You'd be surprised. Most cars have knee bolsters now.
I get it. That was a messed up comment, I guess, in these times. that wasn't my bad.
Oh, we're gonna get Dave Chappelle over here.
Oh my gosh, dude. I haven't even watched it yet. I'm like over here watching all the like the.
Hey, at least the
I need
CEO.
to hurry up and watch it before it gets taken off.
No. The CEO of Netflix is going, we are not taking this off. There was nothing wrong with what he did.
Rich, bitch.
It's a new Chappelle. What?
A new special.
A new special?
Yeah.
On Netflix, yeah.
Oh,
And you want to know what he's getting crucified over? 2 comments. It wasn't even it wasn't even that he was making fun of or anything like that. He said
Let's go, Brandon.
He's like, 1, gender is a fact. I know it's revolutionary, and he's like, when you come into this world, you come in between the legs of a woman, not a birthing person, a woman.
I don't know. I came out of my dad's womb.
Right. That's what these trannies want to sit there and say. But
no, there was an article. I totally saw a meme of an article, whatnot. Like, seriously, there's a new medical journal article, whatnot. Saying,
oh yeah, that menstruating men. The menstruating men.
Possible for men to give birth.
No. They were talking about menstruation.
This is what the
too.
article was saying. Technically, it's possible for men to give birth if a transgendered female identifies as a man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that makes you a man, right?
Let's go, Brandon.
No, like all reproductive organs and like everything is there.
I don't know, man.
Chromosomes don't matter to social justice warriors.
Nope.
Maybe life finds a way. Maybe.
We're going Jurassic Park up in here.
No. Hold on here. We are not.
We all go asexual.
We're not like marijuana, where we can be asexual.
Dinosaurs. If all male dinosaurs in the movie can turn one can turn female, and make baby dinosaurs. I mean, who knows?
Right.
Make the frogs.
Life
gay.
finds a way.
Yeah.
I made that reference because I watched Jurassic Park.
Yeah. The first one?
I keep thinking about the fact that, look,
First one's really good. So that's the best.
If a kitten has been orphaned, okay, and the shelter gives it to a family that has a dog that has a fresh litter of puppies, and the cat is raised by this dog, surrounded by puppies, and it doesn't meow, it imitates a bark, it licks its balls, like everything.
Well,
Sniffs butts.
You never seen a cat like his balls?
You see, I can actually say something that I've seen.
It's a dog. What do you call it?
So
you still call it a fucking cat.
Right, my cousin, his parents, well, it's like kind of like he's like a second cousin. So his parents fucking had a bull mastiff. They had 14 cats in the fucking house. So you go to pet this bull mastiff, think of Cujo. That's the size of him, okay? And you go to start petting him, and you just hear cubs. You're sitting there petting him. You're like,
Round
oh
and
my
shaking.
God, I'm not going to fucking touch this thing.
Growling at me.
He's going to fucking kill me. And he's like, oh, no, it purrs. And I'm like, what? And he's like,
Purrs.
it's a cat. It's a big cat. You know that, right? And I'm like, it's a fucking bull mastiff. He's like, yeah, but he thinks he's a cat, so he purrs. And I'm like, that's fucking purring? And you know, as soon as I stop, and he's like, dog stops purring, looks up at me, and he's like, and I go to start petting it behind its ears, and you hear, I'm like, that is
You think you're
fucking
gonna get your army.
trippy, dude.
I think you're gonna pull away a stump. But
Oh yeah, dude, and the dog is like, oh my God, keep going. Oh yeah, get in there.
Get real deep, please.
Oh yeah. Fucking cool ass fucking bull mastiff, but the between the cousins and stuff like that, they were mean to that dog.
huge dog,
Indianapolis
human-sized
sailboat
loads in the
show,
front yard.
Says Ralph Cooper.
be like-
When the Indianapolis showboat.
Is your dog
Sailboat.
pooping in the front
Closest
yard?
one is Gundy.
What? What did I do?
Ralph
Are you
Cooper.
going to the Annapolis sailboat show this weekend?
Annapolis.
Yeah, Ralph Cooper wants to know. You're the closest one.
Maryland's kind of hoodie, you know, but that's okay.
Maryland's kind of hoodie.
That's Annapolis.
Right, that's like White Hood.
Kinda.
Kinda.
I mean, I live in.
He's like,
I
if
live
that's
in-
what you want to call it.
I live in rich ass suburbia, man. There's nothing but yuppies over here.
So I gotta say something right now. Okay, I have been waiting for today because
Ooh.
I've fucking missed all you sexy motherfuckers.
Ooh, get an FA in the fucking chat
Hey,
for that
I
one.
missed you too.
Like seriously, like this is social life right here. This is social life.
Right.
I'm too busy building and
Did you
working my ass.
Did you
off.
see the cool thing that I sent in the email, or via Twitter?
Twitter?
Yeah, go look
Twitagra?
at the Twitter post today from DCA.
Oh, the Twitch.
I also sent that same animation to the email. That way you can use it on like
Did you?
Instagrams and whatnot.
Oh,
The DCA one or your personal one?
I sent it to the DCA one.
Check it out. Check it out.
hey.
What up, Kyle?
Hey. Ooh.
DCA.
You know, I've actually got one that, like, I
Oh,
don't
that
know
face.
if I just, if I leveled up or something, but some people call it a level up.
Dude, that is sexy as
So
fuck.
does anybody
Isn't
know
it, though?
who Michael J. Berry is?
No.
Well, people should know the movie that was made after him, The Big Short.
Oh.
It's based on him,
Oh.
where he shorted the housing market and betted against the banks.
Yeah, they don't like it when you do that.
So
You guys go click that link and give us a retweet.
he actually blocked me.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't say anything mean to him. I didn't argue with him. I was respectful to him and still got blocked by him. Why? Because I said something about Bitcoin. And he went on to social media going, how do I short Bitcoin? He actually wants to fucking bet against Bitcoin, guys.
And so what did you say?
In a
I-
bull market.
Well, I sat there and it's like I had that's the tweet that fucking got me blocked by him. But I was just like, you can short it all you want. Bitcoin's not going to care. It's just going to keep doing its own thing without the necessity of any kind of government regulation. It doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
And it's like, I was like, go ahead, make a bet against it. At least you're involved.
Yeah.
Banhammer.
If you think your shorts against it will make it move at all, go for it. Yeah.
Right. It's like
You know,
it's like
Think you
he's
really
a
that bad
one-trick
about
pony show, right? So he did one good major call in his career. One gigantic call. it doesn't mean that he's right 100% of the time. It just means that,
or that he's a fucking genius.
right. It just means that he's looking at the data set that he has in front of him, and he's going, well, this has value, this doesn't have value. And he's trying to sit there and make the case that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value.
Dude, people that were dollar cost averaging or just buying bags and bags of Dogecoin in 2017, they were fucking geniuses this year.
Right. Even at 20 cents, even at 20 cents, they're a genius. It's really funny that, you know, it's like a person like himself would actually bet against the Bitcoin market, and with all the other bigger players getting involved to try to get out of the dollar.
I'm already standing up.
Proof of pants time.
I can't jump.
No
that
pants
high.
here.
I can prove it this one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just knee.
Yeah, I would love
His
this.
pants.
If Michael J. Berry would have shorted at the time that he fucking said he wanted to short,
Gundy, are you trying to give birth?
he would have fucking actually have been wrecked right now, because
He's trying to prove that point earlier that men can't give birth.
right,
Okay,
fucking. But Michael J. Berry would have fucking, if he would have shorted, he would have tried shorting the market at 56,000. If he shorted then, he would have gotten liquidated this weekend.
Yes. That's what happens when it reverses, man. A lot of people start crying. Millions of dollars get liquidated.
Oh yeah.
And the exchanges are like, ha ha ha.
And then they go cry to Uncle Sam.
Yep.
You need to fix this.
Oh, CME people are memeing us. I just went bankrupt. Save me.
I need
It's
more
not
regulation.
fair. I need a bailout.
Retail's not supposed to win. It's supposed to be us smart, accredited investors that are supposed to win every time.
Yeah, well, when the chips are stacked in your favor and you stack them yourself.
Right. Bitcoin's the first time that the chips are stacked equally for everyone.
Yeah, right? You're like, go ahead, manipulate my markets, I dare you.
Right.
I mean, it is still possible, but you gotta have a hell of a lot of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think it's time for an announcement.
I don't see enough FAs here.
Well, there was a bunch of FAs, but there was like
Conversation kept on going.
there was like a sea of FAs. They
Yeah,
want
but
it.
a bunch
You
of
guys fucking ready?
fully
Fucking
chopped
give it
and
to
shit.
him. To him right in the ear hole.
Goblin's ready. Bedell is ready.
Ooh.
Goblin's so
The
ready. he
Pez
missed
is
types.
ready.
He was so ready.
Need some more FAs.
He premature GA.
Ralph Cooper is ready.
Crazy.
To all you sexy motherfuckers, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, felt that in my spine.
I love you so much. It
My
gave me
chode
the
tingles.
My chode tingle.
Pez is like, free coffee?
Yeah, brother.
That was a good one.
I actually have a 3-month plan with my Instagram manager. So in the final month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start sending coffees to influencers and some of our fellow YouTubers in exchange for posts, tweets, stories, YouTube videos, reviews. Like, I'm going to go full ham on the social platforms and really get the following on Instagram to grow. Sponsored posts and everything like that, because I'm aiming for a December 1st grand opening of DogeLordCoffee.com.
Tra-la-la.
But if you can't wait that long, you can still go to DogeLord.com. and get the 3 early releases that I have available there.
I like it dark. I like mining. I like mining in the dark.
That one guy, Oz. I washed my bottom.
My name is Brandon.
I lost my wife.
Life.
I lost my wife.
Bye, guys.
So how's everybody's bags holding up right now? Who's loving the game?
They're heavy,
Yeah.
man. They're heavy.
Who's kicking themselves in the taint right now because they didn't buy earlier?
I mean, I'm a little mad that I sold out a good portion of it like a week ago. Like when it like pumped to 57, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm selling a good portion right here
Fire
just
in
to
the
be
hole.
safe. And
Well,
then
you know, you gotta
it
take.
kept
games
going,
when
and
you
I was like,
can.
oh, all right, dang it! Every time I sell a good portion, it always goes up.
I mean, that's always the case, right? You're like, oh, I need to get some. Need to
It's
liquidate
okay.
myself a little, and you know.
It was the portion that I bought like back when it dipped down to 44. It did when it's like 44 dip, and I was like, trigger buy. Here we go. 57 trigger sell.
Hey, man, that's a decent turnaround. You know, for
It was a dang good turnaround.
8 months.
Dang
Wow.
good turnaround.
Yeah. Less than 6.
All right, so Crypto Bedell asked me to post a link. He said, what's the strongest coffee at the moment? The answer is 6-bean blend or cowboy blend. And the link to Doge Lord Coffee, that whole coffee collection, there's the mugs and whatnot, but also the 3 bags of coffees that are available currently. Which, by the way, hey, Crypto Mikkel, did you know that there's actually a coffee subscription on DogeLord.com?
Hey, there's actually a coffee subscription. I actually looked at it today. Which is what triggered the email yesterday was triggered the email because I clicked off of DogeLord.com. And yeah, that is 100% what happened. And then it sent me the email and I was like, yo, I'm gonna send this to Chris.
When's the tweaker blend coming out?
The tweaker blend.
Yeah,
I want
man.
the one that has like methamphetamines in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
No.
I don't want that. I don't want it.
Now, I'm going to have all natural cocoa.
Like Folgers crystals, but it'd be like the crystals are real.
Folgers crystals.
Oh, Java Hava, congratulations. He says, I just bought my first coins tonight.
Yo!
Hey, fantastic.
That is
Good job, buddy.
fantastic. Jay Bohanna says, I had 2 of my bags stoated by someone that was Raven Coin Light for 43 and Hive Coin for 10.
Goated.
Oh,
I think you meant stole.
Just eat the beans with the spoon. I agree.
Oh man, yeah, just shake them in your mouth and crunch them up.
Your mouth is the coffee grinder. Just add water, rinse, swallow.
I will say, if
Don't
you
spit.
guys have your own espresso
Don't be
machine
a
at
pussy.
home, definitely get a coffee grinder. And here's why. Because you can get the whole beans, grind them yourself, and then when you actually make the espresso, it's going to have a much frothier outcome. It's going to be richer. And
Older taste too, yeah.
oh god, like those amazing Instagram videos of like that nice frothy espresso, that's how you get it. It has to be freshly ground.
Yeah. None of this cold brew pour over BS.
Depends on the CPU, Oz. Oz says CPU cooling question: air or liquid cooling? Depends on the CPU.
If you're using it for mining, I mean, you want a liquid cool it. It's going to be a lot.
I mean,
I'm-
yeah. If
I-
it's like a real low end CPU, though, when you're still mining with it, it's not gonna.
I
not
will.
gonna benefit.
I will say it like this, and there's been many tests on this one. All you get with liquid cooling is a longer time before the system becomes fully heat saturated. But once the system is fully heat saturated, it doesn't matter if you are on a air cooler or a liquid cooling. So there are bad air coolers, yes, that don't have enough surface area to be able to distribute the heat properly. Yes, but excluding those, I'm talking like a good cooler versus a good AIO or a custom water block, right? The time, you're just getting a different timeline before you're fully heat soaked. But after that, it's the same performance. So as I'm mining with my AIO versus my Noctua, there's really not any difference between the two.
One of them's quieter though.
No, it doesn't make any difference.
No?
Not really. Pump wine and fan wine can be just the same.
Yep.
If not, sometimes pump wine could be noisier.
The only time my pump
Depending on
makes
the pump.
noise is when it's going out.
Yeah. There's air in there.
I don't know,
buddy.
man. My pump finally stopped making the wine after like a year of like service. It finally stopped making that wine.
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh, cool. It finally stopped. But the pump works just fine. But
Yeah,
it
mine
doesn't make that same noise anymore. Like it's finally just worn in.
Yeah, mine's after about a year's worth of service, it's starting to make noise again. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, but I've got the Energy Max a liquid cooler too, and they're plagued with fucking problems. But it's the only one that has a full coverage die for the fucking Threadripper.
If it's that new PC that you bought, if I'm not mistaken, there, Oz, I would, because it's a newer gen Ryzen CPU. So you might be better off.
Just get an
But
actual.
just go with like an AIO if you want to go liquid cooling. But like I'm not.
I would go with
a
an
Noctua.
Noctua.
Will do fine.
You will not notice a difference on the
depends.
Noctua. And I have full tilted my Threadripper for 4.2 gigahertz on the frequency at 1.4 volts. The temperature got up to about 69, 70 C. When I did the same process on my AIO, I got the same temperature results.
So we have two questions in the chat right now. One from Jay Bohannon. He says, do you have any Shiba coin and do you think it's going to go up like they said? Honestly, probably will not go to $1 because there's like 1 quadrillion coins and you would need 1 quadrillion to
They'd
be
have
put
to burn
into
a lot. Yeah.
just to have $1.
Right.
Okay. But the benefit of something like that is like it's very cheap and inexpensive to buy a whole lot. So like if you're like throwing $1,000 in it, you'd walk away with probably about 40 million coins. Do that a couple times and you're going to have 1 billion coins. When it reaches a penny, guess what?
That's $1 million.
It's $1 million. Okay.
Right.
Now, Java Hava, he says, what's the average price for a basic miner? Brian and Mikkel, that's for you guys.
Hey, if you have a GPU in your computer, it's already free.
Right, as long as you got like a
You already got a good
1060 or newer.
Yeah, 8 gig preferably. Something.
Right.
Anything better than 4 gig. I mean, you can mine with 3 gig cards,
Right.
even 4 gig cards. But if
But if you
wanna,
got a
like,
gaming computer, you
stay
can mine.
above profitability, you need to have
Sure.
something that's above 4.
If you got a gaming computer,
Profitability is
or-
relative.
yeah, if you got a gaming computer and you're going to bed, let it mine.
Oh yeah.
But
Just have to make sure it's, you got.
if you're talking about, hey, I want to make a dedicated miner, this market is horrible for trying to get miners at a reasonable price. It's like there's no way that you're going to tell me that the value proposition on a 3080 Ti is worth $2,000. No.
Yeah, no thanks.
So, I mean, like, if you were to try to build a rig outright with what's available right now, yeah, you can build them. But yeah, you're like right, Gandhi. You're gonna spend the cheddar.
You're gonna pay them satoshis to get that up and running for sure.
So he asks, is it old school Falcon or Alienware? Will that do?
No
on what you're mining.
laptops.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
would
do
not
that,
advise
though.
on a laptop.
Alienware is already known for running hot. I like Alienware for whenever they first started before Dell took over on them because of the fact that they were upgradable. But it's the same thing. They're
right now. Yeah.
Especially
if you're new.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Our ROI to me is bullshit because if I spend $500 and I'm mining on it, you are not going to ROI until you sell that device for the $500 you put in.
Essentially, yep.
So ROI is like one of those things that gets kicked around that I kind of cringe whenever I fucking hear it. There's a difference between running in the green and running in the black. So if I took a loan out on it and I'm still paying the loan back, yeah, you're not going to be profitable until you pay the loan back. But ROI, that's bullshit. To me, it's the cost of doing business.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay to play these days.
Mm-hmm. And that's with any company, any business you start up. You have capital to start. I don't care what it is.
Well, we have HNT miners that you can get for free.
Yeah, but they require you to have electricity and internet.
Right.
So you have to have those things in order to do that.
Exactly. So there's always an inherent cost for anything you do. There are no free lunches.
Yeah.
Hey,
but if price is a concern and you need to start somewhere, you could totally start on HNT.
Yeah, you could.
And then upgrade from there.
I mean, that's...
Brian's cringing right now.
I don't know.
I mean, it's just... The only problem I have right now with getting an HNT miner now is that mining is pretty much over with HNT.
Right.
Now it's basically all validators and now really staking. So going that route, like hardcore, is
not
definitely harder
it's not
to
worth
go
it.
about it. You know, because...
And on top of that,
you make like a fraction of what I used to.
The HNT miners are just Raspberry Pis.
And they went up.
But it has
They went up to 10 grand on eBay.
Yeah, software that.
People were paying 10 grand for them on eBay.
Yeah, they did.
That was before the market for it fucking bottomed out.
I mean, I think they're still going for about $1,000 right now. But you can buy
I
them
saw some for like $600-$700.
Yeah, you can buy them for $400.
So it's like it depends on the direction you want to go with when it comes down to mining. If you're wanting to just earn Bitcoin, it's like you're either talking about getting an ASIC and actually running on the network directly and supporting the coin directly and getting paid out in Bitcoin directly, or you're gonna mine some alternative fucking shitcoin and you're either gonna be thinking of it as speculative, I'm gonna hold on to it and wait for a pump, but eventually you're gonna go back into Bitcoin or you're going into cash. Because all markets through mining have proven over time that if you mine and whatever reward you get from whatever alternative coin you're mining on, and you exchange it day for day, or whenever you finally get a payout back into Bitcoin, you'll actually beat the market for that alternative coin you're on.
We have a favorite saying here on DCA Adventure.
We mine shit coins for bitcoins.
There you go.
Juicy sets.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I think Raven Light is like one of the best performers right now.
I don't know if that's even true anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that's
anymore.
Yeah.
Has that been updated?
The space changes so rapidly.
Welcome to speculative markets, man.
Yeah.
Right. It's
coins that come in real hot and like Everybody, it's like the tip of the gun. Everybody makes videos about it, and then everybody starts mining it, and then profitability goes down. And then
And then it's like hot potato. It's like
It's always been like the double-edged sword of being a content creator. It's like you start talking about it, making a video about cool stuff, and then everybody gets in. You're like,
That's why I don't want it whenever I'm showing people how to set up miners on my show. It's like I don't talk about the coin specifically, good or bad. People have a question, I'll show them how to set it up, but I'm not telling anybody to, oh yeah, this is a good profitable coin. I leave the profitability out of it 100%.
yeah.
Because I don't want anybody to think that I'm
list
fucking
anymore.
shilling this stuff. It's like, no, I've got no incentive.
Ethereum's still number one.
That is another thing with the being a content creator. You could shield the wrong thing and end up in prison.
Well, it's not even that you're gonna shill the wrong thing and be in prison, but you're gonna shill the wrong thing, and let's say a quarter of your followers now just got wrecked. They're underwater, holding their breath, hoping that the coin comes back into at least.
You, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and go down the
Fall
route.
to the abyss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and lose followers because I'm like, this is profitable, and they're getting in on the backside of the profitability. No.
This is not financial advice. If you're looking for that, please keep scrolling. Thank you.
Right. It's like,
And that being said, buy Bitcoin, buy it at cost, and hodl it.
right. That's the only thing that I can safely tell
L7
people to
for the
do.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
L7's gonna be crazy. Man.
statistically speaking, if you just hold Bitcoin, you're always gonna make money.
I don't even think the L7 is really gonna like affect the network at all. To be honest.
Hey, Java Hava, you're asking about
Probably
crypto and hot
mine.
rods?
Yeah, probably mine. I still got to do a fucking video on setting up a new rig. I'm kind of random about whenever I do it, and I've kind of taken a little
I'll just-
hiatus.
I'll just grab
For
the
a little
link and
while
actually
there.
Post it. You can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and when something's posted, you're golden.
Yeah,
All right.
and I will be doing a
You can sell it
video
on trade. You can just sell it on trade or crypto.
because like I've got to set up another rig, get it going on Hive OS. So I mean, it'll probably be a really good entry point for you to kind of watch me set up a whole rig, go through my thoughts of why I bought the hardware that I'm going to be setting up and all that good stuff, and you'll be able to ask me all the questions you want there.
Thank you, Pez. He says, this is why underground rocks. You get real answers, not a million guys talking over each other.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why we haven't decided to play to the algorithm.
No,
I mean, don't let us fool you. We've been doing this for
2017,
Right.
for me.
2018, yeah. And no problem, Jabba Hava. Anytime.
That's why we look so old now.
Right? 3 years,
Because
three years in
crypto's been rough to
crypto
us,
ages you 20.
This is what happens 6 years after crypto.
Right?
This is what happens 10 years after crypto.
Some goblin. He's like, when will there be another teardown and cleaning of a disgusting GPU? I've got a server I've got to pull apart that's been running for months
unsubscribe.
without a good cleaning.
I'll get you a hard unsubscribe for me. I wanted to
Yeah.
vomit that last video.
Yeah,
I was watching it like
Oh, the
using a
tobacco one?
screwdriver
Yeah.
and to like
Oh, the
chisel
tobacco
off.
one?
Oh god.
Thank you, Java Hava. He said he just subscribed to
Thank
Crypto
you,
and
my
Hot
man.
Rods.
You rock.
I mean, if you're gonna smoke in your PC room, at least have the decency to clean it out every like 2 months or 3 months.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
blowing
it's
tobacco
probably just a
smoke
better
straight
idea
into the
not to
rig.
smoke in your PC room.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto Bedell asks,
No
any
windows.
codes to offer? Let me check if there's any still live right now. Yeah, discount codes.
What up, Pocket?
Don't delay by today.
Pocket change.
wife of a
Queen
miner.
of Hearts is in the house.
Yo.
Off with their fucking heads.
The wifey of a miner. Wifey lifey. Miner time.
Mm-hmm.
Wifey life. Gotta love the wifey life.
Hells yeah. Behind every good man is an equally and better wife.
Later, Oz. Have a good evening, my man.
Right.
Get some good Not a problem, Rough Cooper. Glad you're doing okay.
Hey, don't feel bad if you're not active currently, because like honestly, you guys have seen the Discord. I'm rarely in there because I'm always working the grind. You know, and when I do show up, it's usually for short bursts.
Yeah,
I would love to be in there like full time, just constantly.
Oh yeah. Discord links down below, but there's lots of places to answer questions down there.
There's even like specific Discords if you want to like get real in depth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we give out knowledge here for free, so come on down. You're the next contestant.
Right.
Yeah, I almost bought a. I was looking now on Goldshell's website. Almost snagged one of the Litecoin mini Doge miners, right? They had them for sale, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, are these the boss coin versions? I was curious, and then I waited too long. I was messaging some people talking, came back, sold out. And I was like, oh, this was their fresh. This was like the newest batch that they had just put up, and I just happened to stumble upon it the same day that they did it at the same time, and didn't buy them.
Gotta pull those triggers, man.
I should have just stopped asking questions.
Right. Crypto moves so fast. You don't have time. You got to just do it.
Does that one do better than the L3 pluses?
No.
I don't know about better than an L3.
No.
Okay, so that's good.
It's like the only one that does better is the L7.
L7, yeah.
Hey,
That one's
Crypto Badell, I
expensive.
responded in Discord. Where you at?
Yeah, 185 mega hashes for 235 watts.
Mega hash.
Yep.
Right. At least the L3 is 5 to almost 700, depending on your overclock.
Oh yeah, it goes that high.
Depends on your overclock.
Maybe I need to refresh mine or something.
Well, yours didn't let me put the software on there that I wanted to put on there. It was like, depending on the batches, like I'm not sure how to unlock all of them. I had 3 out of the 8 that I had that didn't let me put the
Blizz software?
yeah.
Mine has one.
Yours has the Blitz on it? Did I put that on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yours didn't. Okay. There's an overclocking feature in there then.
Crank it up, baby.
Right. You'll use a little bit more power, but, you know, you can get, because it's stock 500 mega hash. So you can boost it up and get, it depends on how the chipset wants to work on it, but you'll get anywhere from 625 to 700.
Pump up the jams, that's right.
Fuck yeah. Pump the jam, pump it up.
Why your feet are thumping?
Right.
Pamp it.
Pamp it.
Pamp it right now.
Right. Well, somebody's pamping Bitcoin right now. They're pamping the hell out of it.
Oh yeah. And you know, it's better to get now while you can, you know, because when this stuff does go parabolic, you're not gonna be able to buy it because Coinbase is gonna be shut down.
Right.
Coinbase is gonna be like, I'm not taking any transactions right now. Sorry.
Coinbase is down. It must be pumping. Coinbase is down.
DCA sings Christmas carols coming soon.
Right?
Seriously, we've been talking about that since January.
Right. Ever since I came up with that one all by, I'm like,
Oh my god.
it's like you can sit there and damn near put anything behind it.
That's right. You could just take one of our
Bitcoin is
news feeds and
pumping,
read it all.
Ethereum's dumping.
Coinbase is down. Coinbase is down.
When will Shiba Inu pump? When will Shiba Inu pump?
Elon's not talking about it. Elon's not talking about it.
It's because you pumped his bags and he sold, of course.
Right. He test sold, right?
Yeah.
We had a test to see if it had liquidity. So sorry I dumped on you. Elon is dumping. Elon is dumping. SEC is pissed.
SEC. Criminals, man. Yeah, criminals.
Right.
Tell me what I can do with my money. I don't think so. Like, oh, that's a taxable event. I'm like, show me.
Right. It's like anytime you move anything off of Coinbase, it's listed as sold. Just remember that.
Sold. It was just migrated to another.
No. Coinbase lists it as sold.
I know.
No. It's not stupid. Think about the tax implementations. I will move when the market dumps. Not financial advice at all.
Lost. So much loss.
I sold it at the bottom. I lost money.
It's terrible. I know.
It's so terrible. So terrible.
I mean, 9
double
times out of
tax
10, like the coins on Coinbase that I get, like it's probably spend like 30 seconds on there anyway. So
Federal Reserve doesn't know where X amount of trillions of dollars went, but they want to know what's in your bank account.
yeah.
Every time you move 600, they want to know.
Right.
So what is that? Like every time you pay rent,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Or get paid in general.
or make your car payment?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you just put $500 in at a time.
Lots of $599 transaction.
Right, dude.
It's like when they said they were gonna start doxing people for anything over 1,000 on the exchange.
Yep.
Like,
Which is crazy. My bank just increased the daggum ATM withdrawal limit to like $1,000. It's like,
oh, it's been like
Because they
that
want you to go into
recently
debt.
for a long time.
You see, the longer that they keep you in debt, the more you have to work, and the more that you are a free-range slave.
Well, you should be using the bank's credit cards, not
well,
their debit.
free
cards.
range is, kind of limiting when you think about it, because right now we're moving towards papers, please.
Right. We now have invisible fences.
Do you see this line right here, man? You cannot cross this line, man.
You see this line? The one that's supposed to be right here that you don't see? There's a line right here.
Ooh, yeah.
Be like, hey, we were up in space. I didn't see no lines.
The OG Captain Kirk went to space.
Oh, yeah.
Ralph Cooper says, I got jammed up for moving $500 a day. Banks be like, hell no.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
They want to know. Like, why are you moving so much money?
Yep.
Because they're losing money. They
For 500,
they are
you
loaning
got-
out your
you got
money. And if
doxed?
you're taking your money out, they're like, they can't loan it out to make interest. They're making like hand over the fist interest.
Well, it's
they're
not like it
paying you
used to be. They got
0.5% interest.
Well,
yearly.
before they had to keep so much of your dollar on hand, and then they can loan out the rest. That's the fractional reserve lending program. Since 2019, they've gotten rid of that. They no longer have to have any holdings. And now that during the pandemic, they got rid of the nightly reserves. So by the end of the night, they had to be able to cover everything, and that was the repo market, overnight lending that the banks were doing between each other. Gone. So now they're able to print faster than the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, all they got to do is add a zero.
Oh, they love it when you deposit cash at the bank, man.
They don't even care. They can just keep on loaning out. They don't even have to have anything backing the loans.
Well, you know, when you give them cash, then they can loan out more.
No. Since the pandemic, they don't even need you to deposit cash. They're still making the loans.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. They're printing money faster than the Federal Reserve for the government is.
I mean, we've been on this electronic ledger for quite some time now.
But before the fractional reserve lending meant that they had to have reserves on hand. They're gone. They don't have.
Yeah.
They can be broke and still make
Tether.
a loan.
Like Tether's really got 66.
Hey,
billion
I
dollars.
at least have a little more faith in Tether than I do the banks.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
I know, right? Wow.
That's some words right there.
Yes.
And I think Tether just submitted like what, a 5,000 friggin' item thing in court or whatnot, trying to keep people from looking into what's going on.
Did
you guys read that article?
Tether is spread out across the country with a basket of currencies. They cannot audit everything at the same time is the problem.
Yeah, and I mean, plus they're using like tangible assets like properties and like
Right.
real estate and whatnot as in their bag of like value, I guess you could say.
Right. They're like this operating in this weird gray area that's a little bit more. It looks a little bit more legit, at least, than the banking structure.
You got jammed up for moving $500 a day.
Yep.
Damn.
That's what we were just talking about. Yeah.
I went to go try and buy I went and bought my this.
We can't see what that is.
This. It's a washing machine.
Well,
I went and bought that.
That was your hermit
Right.
home.
Paid with my debit card. My bank declined it.
Yeah,
And I was
it
like-
was too much.
And I was like, what? I was like,
They thought someone was trying to fraud you.
obviously I know I have the money in there. Otherwise I wouldn't have come out to purchase this. That it's expensive. And yeah, it flagged it for fraud. They're like, are you sure that you want to do this? I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Are you going to make any other large purchases today? No. I
The
definitely
fuck
don't
business
plan
is it of yours?
Right. And some
to. Like, I definitely don't plan to, but...
some goblin. As much as I say, hey, yeah, that's the old way of doing things during the Depression was hide the money underneath your mattress, keep the money on hand because if the bank collapses, you still have access to it. But the problem is that putting it underneath your mattress, the inflation is outpacing your ability to save underneath your mattress, and that's why a lot of these
You can't spend that dollar fast enough.
right, and that's why a lot of these big investors, they're like, hey, you need to go into assets. Property is a good one. Gold,
Best thing to do is pay
silver,
your
something
bills
that's
and
going to
just-
hold value or increase with the amount of
Bitcoin.
inflation. Bitcoin.
Right.
So for every dollar that they produce, yeah, these these fund managers and property investors are like, hey, I'm becoming enriched by this because it takes more dollars to buy that same asset. Goes with housing, Bitcoin, food.
Keeper of the code, that's crazy. He says, I was on a terrorist watch list for buying $1,000 money orders daily at the post office back when I was an eBay power seller because money orders were cheaper than AT&Ts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, man.
Terrorist watch list because
Walmart
you-
banking fees are pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin banking fees are pretty low too.
I use that for years, man.
Pocket change. It's like Nemesis is too smart.
It's what happens when you go down the rabbit hole and try to understand financing. It's like, oh my lord! If the world Henry Ford said it the best. If the world understood how the banking industry worked, there would be a revolution the next day. This is back 100 years ago, guys. And he called it, and Henry Ford Sr. was ahead of his time because he wanted to store money in energy. Let that sink in. Henry Ford wanted to make energy money. We now have it. That glorious busy Bitcoin was the revolution that he had in the back of his mind. But he was too far ahead of his time with his thought process. Boom.
I was going down the rabbit hole because I was... You guys know that I'm doing like all these different businesses. One of them is going to be Doge Lord Publishing with books and everything like that. I was going down the rabbit hole and I happened to hear about BlackRock.
Oh, God, fuck them.
They own everything.
Fuck BlackRock.
No. They literally do. Think about it this way, okay? For those of you who do not know anything about BlackRock, okay, BlackRock is an investment firm, entity or whatnot, okay? They invest in other businesses. And
you can blame California's high rental prices on BlackRock.
Yes. You absolutely can.
Fuck yeah.
Think about it this way, okay? By being the majority shareholder, they get to have a vote or dictate what the company does, right? So they own Coca-Cola and they own Pepsi. Two rival companies, but they own them both.
Yep.
All right. Now, rinse and repeat. What else can they own? Oh, they own the news.
No. The news is owned by the medical industrial complex. I'm sorry.
As they are part of the majority shareholders of CNN, Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS. Name it, they got it. And they also are majority shareholders for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the rest of the social medias. Like, you remember the meme that you posted about Conan revealing the stories that everybody, like the biggest story, and everybody that was a newscaster said the exact same thing from every single news network? Well, as the majority shareholder, they get to dictate what they read on the teleprompter.
Yep.
And then, because they're also the majority shareholder for the social media, they say, hey, you need to promote that.
Yep.
Because commercials, we get paid with commercials.
Yep.
So they are literally feeding themselves and dictating what media you consume.
Why do you think Pfizer is like the #1 talked product?
Because they spend billions in
They're the #1 stakeholders.
See,
proof that Pfizer and government, they're proof of stake. Proof of stake is garbage.
Right? Was it CEO of the FDA is the one that CEO of Pfizer? Is that
Yeah. He started off at Pfizer and now he's the CEO of the FDA. Yep. Nothing. No controversy here. Nothing.
No conflict of interest.
You don't think he saved any Pfizer?
What do they say? Follow the money.
Right.
But see, and guess when they investigate the money, they're like, oh, look, so this is happening right now. That the vaccine's trying to get promoted and go through the process and whatnot. Like, we don't see any money exchanging hands. Oh, no. That's because they exchange the money after the investigation.
No, they do it through stock options because that's not money. Oh, yeah. The day that you started watching medical drugs being advertised back in the 90s, you knew something was up. The world should have seen that there was something wrong. It's like I forget what drug it was that got aired the first time I saw it, but like they had the warnings on there, and the last thing, anal leakage. The fuck are you sitting here advertising something that's gonna make me shit myself?
Well, that was the Wow Doritos, right?
No, it was a fucking like an antidepressant drug or something bullshit like that, dude.
You remember Wow chips, right?
No.
Oh well, they had the same issue with those things, and once they put that on the bag, people stop buying them.
Well, you mentioned real estate earlier. Okay, and how California rent is just going out the wazoo. You're not wrong. And
I know
here's how.
BlackRock is one of the largest buyers in California.
They're one of the largest buyers in the entire country, and here's why. Okay, a house goes up for sale for like $350,000. Two people want to look at it. One, he brings his general contractor and inspection person, and they're looking at cracks, mold, needs new plumbing, new electric. It's like, hey, you know what? It's going to cost about $30,000 to actually fix all these things. Let me put an offer for $320,000. All right. Somebody else says, I'll just go for $345,000 because I just want the house. I'm not going to inspect it. I'm not going to flip it. I just want to live in it. And then BlackRock comes in and says, we'll give you $400,000 for it. Who do you think they're selling to?
Well, not only that, they're gonna do $400,000 on it, and then they're gonna go ahead because they can get a loan for next to 0% interest, rehab the house, and then they're gonna go look around the area and be like, oh, the average rent is $2,000.
See, here's
$3,000.
When somebody, like in the scenario where they lower the price, okay. Like if you go to realtor.com, it says, hey, houses in the area are starting to sell for this price. So if it's like $320,000 instead of $350,000, it's lowering the average of the value of all the other houses. So when BlackRock comes in and says, hey, we'll pay $50,000 over, it's raising the average of all the other houses and also raising the rent.
And for the state, it allows them to add more taxes, which allows them to take a bigger loan against the future taxes. It's just like New York. If New York's rental price drops, New York goes broke the next day because they won't have enough taxes coming in for the budget that they don't know how to maintain. This is
They're
also the
spending
federal
to infinity.
government. Yeah. When you got a place that's going for for rent, it's the 7,000 square feet, and it's going for $97,000 a month in rent, and there's no tourist attraction coming in no more. There's a problem. But are they lowering the prices down? Nope. Because the investing firms that are in these buildings would get pissed off that they're not making enough money, and then the state would come after them going, hey, why are you lowering your prices? Because we depend on the taxation on there. Oh, it's a Ponzi scam from the top down. Mm-hmm. And they want to sit there and be like, Bitcoin bad. It's like, no. Bitcoin's the pin to your fucking bubble.
It's gonna pop that balloon.
Oh yeah. And Goblin, I don't trust any government. Doesn't matter where they are in the world. If a politician's mouth is moving, they're already lying.
98% of the time.
Yeah. The politicians have found that if they sprinkle just like one molecule of truth and then to wrap it up in a burrito of lies, people try to believe it.
The best way to tell a lie, wrap it in a little bit of truth.
Right. You got to have a little sprinkle of it.
I think one of the best examples that I've seen was, do you guys remember, what was it, the newsroom, that video that was going viral around everywhere where like America's not the greatest country anymore? And he listed all these statistics and whatnot.
Yeah, we're a third world country.
This is the most amazing bit of truth ever. And it's like, no, it's not. There was a little bit of truth with a shit smear of lies everywhere inside that. And it was broken down. Like Steven Crowder, he actually broke it down point by point.
Right. Oh, Goblin. Yes. What was that? Was it Mahatma Gandhi or whatever? That was like, the government is elected by the people, but the people are morons. So we have a elected government of morons, by the morons, For the morons.
For the morons.
Well, here's the other misconception. You quoted our elected leaders. No, they're not leaders. They are representatives.
Right.
They're not leaders.
No, they don't own me. They were
one
not.
of those representatives actually came out and said, "We all know that federal law is more powerful than state law."
Oh,
Like,
that was
bullshit.
press secretary, fucking whatever her name is, fucking.
Thank you.
That was the press secretary, and she's like, "Yeah,
You know better."
our federal laws will trump any state laws." And have you heard of the 10th Amendment? It means that no, your federal laws does not trump the local laws around here. Contrary to your popular belief, your laws only have power according to the Constitution, which stops at the state level. All the federal government can do is make recommendations for the state to operate. The state can go, pound salt, buddy. And that's what Texas and Florida has chosen to do. And they're trying to sit there and figure out if they can do a workaround on Texas and Florida. It's not happening.
Sorry.
Definitely not in Texas.
Not in Florida either.
Well, technically, we're supposed to be the ones to, curb these dudes when they get out of control,
Right. And it's like they're threatening the military on the people, basically. It's going to incite, another revolution here in the United States.
Well, I don't know. That we have a whole lot of couch potatoes out there. Couch warriors aren't going to freaking get up, and they're not going to do shit.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of
there's
old heads that love this country still. So.
Yeah.
There's plenty. There are plenty that
plenty.
But how many people are going to have their shotgun at the ready when some government ABC organization knocks down their door?
Ralph's like, oh God, Nem said the C word, Constitution.
Demonetized.
All
Right.
the landlocked states are, I'm sure they're pretty prepared.
Yep.
You kind of get fluffy.
That's why there's a bunch of snowflakes out there trying to guns should be banned everywhere. How's that going for Australia?
Dude, Australia's currently in the middle of total police state right now.
Oh yeah, they are. It's complete. That's what communism looks like when it starts.
Watch the news here, yeah, maybe we'll see.
Communism starts with a complete totalitarian lockdown.
Keeper of the Code says guns should be shot daily. Agreed.
Yeah.
Brilliant as fuck. Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I want to use a bazooka to hunt squirrels, I should be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
You should.
Definition of freedom right there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really funny because of the fact of how they're trying to get rid of certain gun laws. Because right now, if you can make one, it falls underneath the homemade weapons, and I'm sorry, it's not illegal.
No, you have the
If you
constitutional right.
can machine it yourself, it's illegal to be sold the stuff. But if you machine it yourself, it's not illegal.
There's actually YouTube videos that teach you actually how to put the 1/8 spin, the 1/9 spin in the barrel.
Yep.
maybe.
And it's the same thing with making, and it's and I hate to say it like this, making a pipe bomb is not illegal. It's the utilization of it that makes it illegal. So if you use a pipe bomb to take a tree out, legal.
Or possessing it outside of your own personal property.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. It's kind of funny.
Before that, they just had dynamite.
Exactly. Or you've just got the makings of a coffee can, stump remover.
Stand back, it's gonna go.
That's an awful lot of fertilizer you got there.
Dude, it's like if anybody wants to watch something kind of fun, look up anvil blasting.
Anvil?
Yep, anvil blasting.
I want to look at that right now.
Oh my god. It is the wildest stuff if you've never seen it. Anvil blasting is like almost as fun as watching the trebuchet fucking pumpkin launchers, dude.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. And remember, a trebuchet is not illegal either if you make it.
Yo. And so, that's some crazy stuff, right? So I was talking to my electric company.
Yeah.
So I was like, kind of curious what my rates are. You know, as a minor, I should be.
Right.
So I'm sitting talking to her. The lady's on the phone. Alright, so what are my rates looking like? She says, well, you're on this normal plan where normally you're at like 9 cents, but during the winter months, you get 8 cents. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. 8 cents is cool. 9 cents is cool. I'll take it. And she was like, well, if you talk to us in a year, it's possible that depending on your usage over the year, that you could, get a much better rate. She goes, I have a electric vehicle, so I'm on the electric vehicle plan. And she goes, so at night, I pay, like she said, like 4 cents per kilowatt hour, and during the day she pays like 7 cents. I said,
that's very
and I
low.
said, she goes, it's because of the amount that I use. And I was like, so how much wattage do you, I asked her, I said, how much wattage do you use to charge your electric vehicle? She goes, I don't really know. She goes, it's quite a bit. She goes, normal than any other, like, normal household can use. And I was like, I got that. I got anything with a normal
I got a couple
household
hair
can.
dryers on full blast back here.
I run 10 microwave, 1,000-watt microwaves on full blast.
Around the clock, 24/7.
Charging 5 electric vehicles all the
I'm
time.
just making hot dogs constantly.
I was like, all right.
Eating the neighborhood.
That's right.
Yeah, it was pretty just like, all right, so I got a year. I just need to get my usage really high. Just like, leave
But
it.
Bitcoin using all this power is bad for the environment, guys.
Right. We're gonna boil the oceans.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with all this crazy solar activity we have.
And Bedell, Tesla coil is only illegal because somebody owns the fucking patent on it. Called General Electric.
Gee, I wonder why General Electric owns the patent to that.
Right.
Could it be
Gee.
because they want all the money to themselves?
Mm-hmm. It's anti-competition,
never.
but they want to go after corporations on that, not the power companies.
The power
What about
companies are
individuals?
just
What
as
if
bad
you
as-
build your own Tesla coil at home?
You
Oh, geez, they'd probably put you in jail for that.
Yeah, you can't build a Tesla coil not to the specs of Tesla because it's patented.
But you can make the miniature ones, and you can make a bunch of them.
No, none of the
probably
the static electricity generation ones. They're not set up like the Tesla coils. That is way different.
Yeah, last time it was against the law to have a Tesla coil. It's not a copyright thing. Yeah, it's against the law. I bet people have them. But
Oh, I'm
definitely
sure.
probably
But
not.
yeah,
like,
you're not plugging it
they
in.
probably
without
definitely don't say anything about it.
Right.
that. No.
Like, that's not even what you would talk about.
Mm-mm.
Even if you're having like a decent sized solar on your
It's
property,
like,
hooking it back into the grid, like they're like, where are you getting all this power from? Like, I don't know if we're gonna let you do this anymore.
Right.
I'm like, what do you mean let me do this? I don't think so. So you just gotta have the switch, you know, pull off the
running
grid.
on
Blah.
25 cents a month. We have questions, sir.
This one guy
Oh, this
I
is my
watched,
vacation home. I'm never here. That's
Some
why this
guy-
electric is so low.
some guy I watched
I look
solar.
around.
He put a he backfed a solar generator into his house power, right? And a bunch of cops and power people came to his house because they wanted to know why that thread was getting backfed back to the power company. But he was running his entire house on a solar battery. And they're like, "Oh, you can't do that." I'm like, "Well, why not?" "Oh, yeah, it's too dangerous." Sure.
No, you just want your money.
Oh yeah, you don't have to have water to your house. You don't have to have sewage to your house. But the moment you unplug the power, it's deemed not livable.
Yeah.
The fuck?
They were getting like 1,300 watts, like backfed through the power meter, and they're like, what's going on over here?
It's like we don't have this contract that says we pay you, 2 cents on per kilowatt hour to us. That we turn around and sell at 9 cents to everybody else.
Well, he was just proving you could take this battery pack and like backfeed it. I think he backfed it through the 240 plug on the dryer.
Nice.
So, yeah, man. Like as soon as he hooked it up, his whole house went up, lit right the heck up. I mean, you probably won't last very long on the whole house, like on this battery pack. But the fact that the tech's getting there, you can do that kind of stuff is awesome.
Mm-hmm. True that.
Oh, it's getting late, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's getting kind of late.
Oh man,
You're gonna have to go. You're gonna go to work.
I got a shower before work too. I woke up super late. I
He
photo
wouldn't.
finished.
He
photo
wouldn't
finished the
play
grumpy.
golf. He wouldn't play golf. Like,
Right.
Don't let him fool you. He's sweaty from all the strokes.
Oh no, I did go to sleep at like 4 p.m.
Nice. So you got a power nap then?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean it's 10 when I stream here. So on
Alright.
the easy street goes.
Some confident loser is like, oh crap, I do have to go to work tomorrow. And so do I. I'm only gonna get like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, Ralph Cooper's like, it's kind of getting sketchy for sure, especially with the code enforcement people. Yeah, if anybody's into hot rods at
That's
all,
the truth.
please go on to fucking the RP. Go look up the RPM Act.
I think it's posted in the Family Mind Discord.
Yeah, even if you Google search it, look up the RPM Act, and be a part of it, guys. They're trying to basically go, if you buy a car, that you legally have to keep it in a stock configuration, and that you can't make it a race car.
Hold on, say that one more time.
You can't modify it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you can't modify a
At all.
production vehicle in any way, shape, or form is the way that they're trying to make this law. So right now they are going after anybody who's selling mod devices for race-intended purposes only.
Not just that, it's all the shops too. All these shops that install that stuff. That like that's what they do. Bread and butter.
So what they
live and breathe
started,
tuner shops.
what they've
Shut 'em down.
actually started off going after were for the Hondas. It's really kind of
Be a
interesting.
license for a certified technician.
So
So you have to like follow all their guidelines.
So no, what their EPA is going after is that they are getting around emissions. A lot of this got triggered after Nazi wagon started trying to cheat their emissions with their diesels.
Damn Audis.
Yeah, fucking no, Volkswagen. Fucking
Yeah, it was
Volkswagen destroyed
Volkswagen.
everything.
Yeah.
So basically,
they're the ones that got sued for the.
Yep, for the cheated out emissions. So basically, what
Yeah,
they're doing
the
is
diesel
that the Honda market, in order for me to put a bigger turbo onto a Honda motor, I've got to increase my fuel pressure. Well, under the
Right.
fuel management
Bigger and
stock, I can't get the fuel pressure to come up high enough. So there's this little $30 circuit board that I could plug into the computer, and it'll unhinge the amount of fuel that I'm putting into the vehicle. And the EPA is trying to say that that's defeating the emissions. It's like, if I'm still just as clean, where did I cheat anything out? And that's where some people have been getting together and trying to prove that just because I put this on there doesn't mean that I have bypassed your ability to tell if I am clean or dirty emissions now. The first leg of this is that that the RPM Act. It's step 1 basically, and it's to make it to where the EPA recognizes the racing industry for what it is, and that if I'm going to modify something, that I'm going to trailer it. It is not going on the road. Where step two will be for like people who do race week, who make their 4,000 horsepower dragster, and it is street legal still, and they're going to have to sit there and show that, hey, at 4,000 horsepower, I'm actually cleaner than any vehicle out there with a catalytic converter. Is going to be step 2. And the EPA doesn't want to recognize that right now. Is the problem.
Because they're trying to destroy the gas engine entirely.
Correct.
Oh yeah, it's a slope back to the government creating their own electric vehicles.
Right.
So I mean, that's what the Green New Deal is, everybody.
And it's like
they're gonna make their own electric cars and sell them to you.
And they're marketing it as, oh, it's only for the racers, but no, it's also for alternative fuels or fuel saving devices.
Yep, you got to leave them in the stock configuration. Fuck off!
I mean,
this is my car. I'm gonna do what I want with it.
The car companies have been trying to do this for years too. You know, like when German cars came out with the triple square bits. You know, they just want you to like not be able to fix your own car. So.
Oh yeah.
They're like, no, we don't want you working on that. So we're gonna make it literally impossible for you to do so. All you need is like 13 special service tools just to get this timing chain off this motor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny, Ralph. It's kind of funny you say cutting the cats off. My 90 Regal, I figured after I did a couple $1,000s of motor work on it, and I had no catalytic converter, I just kind of welded the shell back on, because at the time they were still doing the tailpipe emissions. And I go into the EPA testing lane, and I'm like sitting in that little waiting room, and they put it onto the little dyno to put tail sniffer in there, and you had 2 passes. You had the quick pass, which was either you passed really quick or you failed really fast, or you had the long test, which meant that you just barely failed the quick test, but on the long duration test you'll pass or fail. And my car fast passed, came off the thing, and I'm like, oh god, that was the quickest fail I've ever seen. And the emissions guy comes off to me, pulls me off to the side. He's like, how'd you do it? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he shows me the paperwork. He's like, you're half the hydrocarbons, which is unburnt fuel, than it was listed to be able to use back in 90. And I'm like, I looked around, I'm like, hey man, you cool? And it was a cool black guy. And he's like, yeah, I don't care. How did you do this? I'm like, I'm not running a catalytic converter. And he looked at the paper, he looked at me, he's like, how? And I'm like, I increased compression on the motor so that it fucking burns the fuel all the way.
Yeah.
And he's like, he looks at this, hands the paper to me. He's like, you have a wonderful day.
well, you know what? You know what Mercedes likes to do when they can't get under emissions? They add a second spark plug to each cylinder,
or a third catalytic converter. Yeah. The Hyundai Sonata, when they first came out, they had 2 catalytic converters on them. Well, after they couldn't pass emissions, they added a third one, and then got in trouble because with the 3 catalytic converters, it was 100 horsepower short of what they were advertising. My wife got money back for it.
So choked out.
And then I removed the 2 catalytic converters and put a straight pipe in there off the main catalytic converter, and no check engine light. Ran a whole hell of a lot better.
All of a sudden, you have an extra 100 horsepower that you weren't expecting.
No, that was like almost 125, 130 horsepower. I took 2 cats off.
The problems in this country really stem from like OBD2 diagnostics.
And I won't even say that. The OBD2's diagnostics I like. It gives you more data sets to be able to diagnose a vehicle properly. Problem is the fact that they have made the manufacturing process of making a high horsepower or a cleaner burning motor cost too much. I mean, I've gotten into people working for GM as long as I did, getting into people's Corvettes, and you see the mile per gallon, and they're at 32 miles a gallon on a V8. 32 miles a gallon. The one guy, I swear to God, he was afraid of his fucking gas pedal. He was almost 40 miles a gallon on a C6 Vet. So we're not even talking super modern. A C6 Vet that's early 2000s.
Yeah.
He was almost 40 miles to the gallon. Why? Because it utilized the power properly. And, you know, if you're driving 30 miles an hour, it gets there like that, and then you're idling. You're already more fuel efficient because you don't have to waffle stomp the gas pedal to stay up with traffic. Or what your perception of staying up with traffic is. It's like, just make fucking race cars. And then limit their high end if you really are afraid of people speeding and racing around. You can make the good motor and then stop them from getting above 100 miles an hour. It's all software.
Put a governor in.
Yeah, it's software. You can software restrict people, but leave it to where, yeah, you want to get to 50 miles an hour? You're going to do it real quick.
Yeah. What up, Sarth Meta?
Or just have it every time you plug anything into the OBD2 port. It goes into limp mode and it greens up all the clean air stuff.
Mm-hmm. unless you sit there and, you know, get a blank computer and remap everything.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, Crypto Bedell, he says more horsepower doesn't mean less miles per gallon.
Exactly. It means you're actually increasing it because you're burning the fuel properly. You get some of these newer green energy, like, we'll take the Chevy Spark, a crappy fucking car.
That is not a good.
I'm gonna
just
pick.
cringing hearing.
I'm
that
gonna
car.
pick on them.
Those cars catch on fire, man.
I'm gonna pick on this one. Why? Because they're so concerned about not putting much fuel into the motor that they actually drop the coefficient efficiency out of the fucking motor. Those motors, if you were to scale the horsepower up, is 20 times dirtier than the Corvette engine at the same scale of horsepower. They do not burn properly.
What's that new car from Chevy that you gotta put like some fluid in like a tank, like in the exhaust area?
Oh, that's all the new diesels with the DEF systems.
Yeah, the DEF stuff.
Yeah.
So they're basically, and get this, guys, the DEF system that's on the trucks cost about $3,000 to $4,000 to if it goes bad. When it goes bad, it's $3,000 to $4,000.
When it goes bad.
You have a secondary market to make the boxes and the containers. You have another market that's making the ammonia chemical base for it. And they're basically making bong water.
Toxic chemicals.
Yeah, toxic chemical bong water. and the stuff evaporates out, so you're gonna have to constantly fucking pour more into there.
And that fluid is not cheap.
No. Especially when, you know, it's like if you're a working guy, like most people here are, you're driving to and from. You're once or twice a month, depending on your mileage, you're fucking filling up the DEF system. Fuck that. And there's so many people that have been fucking nailed by the EPA for eliminating that garbage. So there are people that are eliminating the DEF system are not only are they saving the customer money by removing it, but they're also taking off about 1,500 pounds worth of unnecessary weight off the vehicle.
Breaking the law.
And you can sit there and make your diesel run super clean. You see people rolling coal, it's because they've got too big of an injector, too small of a turbo, and they're not burnt. They're not getting a clean burn. You don't need to roll coal to make power.
On that note, I gotta take off, guys. Work is going to.
You know what?
Requesting
Get the fuck out of here, man.
They're gonna be requesting my presence.
Before you go, I gotta read this from Lethargy. He says, I didn't hire someone once because I saw they showed up to our interview in a Prius. I figured poor life choices would lead to poor work choices.
Right, exactly.
Love it.
If I pulled up in a Chevelle, a '74 Chevelle, would you hire me?
That's fun.
He's like, we could skip the interview. When do you? When
Right,
do
be
you
like,
start?
can we go take a ride around the block? You're hired.
V8 OBD1 cars only.
Right. Nah, man. If my engine has more than 2 wires connected to it, I'm kind of afraid.
Power and ground, that's all you need.
Right.
Yeah.
First gen comments.
He's like, you're in.
Yes.
All right, Gandhi, have a good one, buddy.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Mining in the Dark.
Woo!
Is it mining in the dark or mining after dark?
Oh, I don't know. I like to mine in the dark. Yes.
You're
Well, it's
lit up
never
by the
really dark,
RGB.
but, you know, RGB.
Right. All of
It
our
will forever lead
RGB
your way.
warriors out there. Yo. And does anybody have any other comments or questions for us before we
Comments,
all
questions,
hop
concerns.
up off here?
Fun jabs. Snarky comments. It's all welcome. Bring it.
Let's stay savage.
Like seriously, after all the car talk, is like, man.
Right.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
I can sit here and get on my soapbox about race cars and hot rods, man. There is so much bullshit out there now.
Dude, seriously, you should just start your own fucking car company.
And you're fucking and thankfully fucking, you know, California fucking started all the bullshit.
Oh yeah, freaking the Bureau of Automotive Repair is a fucking horse crap of a show.
I can't even fucking drive my Chevelle into California.
Oh, you could drive it. In.
No, I can't. I can't drive it anywhere.
You just can't get caught.
Right. Yes. Because I've taken off the charcoal. Well, the charcoal canister is still there, but it's not plugged up. It plugged in anywhere. And the fucking catalytic converter has been removed for probably like 30 years.
Well, it's an out-of-state car.
It doesn't matter.
It's legal in your state.
Right, it's legal in my state, but even though it's legal and registered in my state, if I go to California, I technically have to fucking trailer it to any car show or anything. I was like,
California sucks.
Yeah. Shh. We don't see her.
We don't see her. So Java Hava wants to know, what are the blue wrenches next to the names? Thank you for asking. The blue wrenches indicate that you are a Patreon supporter of DCA Adventure. They are our moderators. They are the blessed ones who have been supporting us. And, you know, they get to have exclusive content
Behind the
in
scenes.
Discord, behind the scenes, as well as exclusive live streams that nobody else gets to see.
Yep.
Yes, seriously.
Ralph's like, I'm too loud for Callie, just saying, oh yeah.
Hey, say your line.
Buy Bitcoin, buy at a cost, and hodl it.
Love it.
You guys got free coffee?
Nope. She's reading the live chat.
It's like, you guys get what? Not fair.
Don't read out of context ever.
There was a Patreon giveaway, guys.
Oh. We'll talk this weekend. she wants to know where she wants to have some coffee right now. I'm like, you're about to go to bed in 5 minutes. No.
Right.
Today's Friday.
Oh, it is Friday.
So she goes to bed in 20 minutes instead of 10.
Jason Tiger Osborne. He's like, free coffee for everybody. Nope. Her first coffee was Doge Lord coffee. What was your thoughts?
My favorite's still the 6-bean blend. Yeah, was it medium dark roast?
Yes. Yes, Ralph Cooper. Thank you. It is Friday.
It's FA Friday.
It's FA Friday. The bull run is back, baby. Are you ready for the bear? I think it's time for some announcements. Doge Lord Coffee is rated F for fucking awesome.
I'm right here!
Go.
But I want to say...
No.
You can't complain if you're gonna stay.
Yeah, that's right. You can't complain if you're gonna stay. Hey, Uncle Eric says hi.
Uncle Eric's here? Where? Hi! I didn't know he watches.
Okay, bye. we have a show. You're interrupting. It was like a 5-minute interruption.
Love it.
Oh man. That was great. That was great.
Right.
All right. I see some FAs in the chat. I think it's time for a real announcement.
Right.
Before we go. What do you guys think? See some more
I think
FAs in
that's
chat.
And make sure
that's
that
an
everybody's
FA idea.
also smashing that Lizzie like button, guys. Make
Yeah, smash that like button. It helps us.
sure. Right.
Jabba Haba. To all
In
you
the Discord.
What?
Nothing.
I gotta take a deep breath again. To all you sexy motherfuckers, DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome. It has been a great Friday night. Thank you all for being here. We absolutely fucking love you guys. You guys make our week worth it. Stay tuned tomorrow, Mining After Dark with Brian and Mikkel. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Because you got electricity now, Mikkel. Isn't it great? All right. And if you haven't already, Discord down below is free to join if you want to hang out with us some more. And if you want to support us, help us create more content, we're always open to ideas. But, financially supporting us on Patreon, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting, Doge Lord. You guys fucking rock. And stay tuned. There's a lot of really cool shit coming down the line.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of really cool shit coming down the line. You guys are gonna fucking love it.
and I guess with that one, we'll definitely see you all on the next one.
Peace out, guys.
Stay savage, y'all.